Good evening. Tonight, we are going to talk about how abusers and autocrats like to bend the truth. One common trait that abusers and autocrats share is that they like to create multiple versions of reality. For example, are we supposed to believe President Trump when he says he's never met Russian mobster and financier Felix Sater? Or are we supposed to believe him when he says that he oversees every single one of his business dealings? You see, it's impossible for both things to be true because Trump and Sater have been involved financially for years. And that is a matter of public record. There's no disputing that as fact. That's just one example of how Donald Trump creates multiple, conflicting realities that he claims are simultaneously true whenever it's convenient for him. Now, let's apply this principle to domestic abusers. In an abusive relationship, the abuser controls their partner by creating simultaneous multiple realities. Abusers will often claim that things that they did and said didn't really happen. You were just imagining it. Let's say, for example, that they have a history of hitting you. They may claim at one point that they've never hit you. They might say, "Oh, darling, I love you so much, I could never hurt you, never, never." But then you do something that they don't like and they threaten to hit you. But they said they could never hurt you and that they love you. How could both things be true? And this is how abusers cause you to dissociate, splitting your reality into multiple viewpoints to accommodate their constantly changing version of the truth. If that sounds familiar in the context of our current political climate, it's because it's exactly what Donald Trump is doing to the entire country. This process is called gaslighting, and it's exhausting. Which is why you might be tempted to check out of all political conversations. It's just so overwhelming, it's so much work. But that, my friends, is exactly what our abuser-in-chief wants you to do. He wants you so exhausted, dissociated, and demoralized that you can't fight back. One of the most important things you can do when you're dealing with someone who's abusive is take care of yourself and sanity check your experiences and perceptions with others. When we take care of each other by helping one another stay in touch with what's actually true, that's how we defeat abusers. And that's why it's so important not to check out of the political conversation, even though the whole thing is exhausting. Because the more people we have in this fight, the easier it's going to be for us to validate one another and integrate all of President Trump's lies
into the truth.